my dog to play with your puppy, man. Absolutely, no problem. Dog, anytime, man. Yeah, you got a puppy. One, two, one, two, one, two. Okay, there we go. Okay, sorry, it's not my main microphone. I don't know why one of my ports just isn't working on my computer, which obviously contributes to my microphone working. So it's what it is. This is day 100, so I really wanted to have a microphone for today. Excuse me. And we are going to be, we did make a withdrawal. We 3x'd our account from the start of the live trading. We just took all that money out. I'm probably going to put more than what I took out back in. But until then, I want to probably use my demo account to trade, prove to myself I can make money again. And then once I make money again, I can input live funds. I like to do this because sometimes you could be riding a wave of just kind of luck, not luck in the sense that you didn't deserve it, but you could be riding maybe a trend, and that trend is what's making you profitable, not the strategy. So I do this as a way of protecting my capital, because as the trader I am, I can literally trade everything I have. So what I mean is that if I can, that 20x, no, that 3x that I withdrew was at one point, what was it? No, it wasn't 20. It was I think I 10x'd it in total. So then my 10x and now got down to 3x from a consistent stream of losses. So I wanted to, let me just secure some profits, and then after I secure profits, I'm going to establish the strategy and then go again. So I was going over some past trades that succeeded, just to kind of refresh us. For example, I would have this 12-hour and it was from NFP. We had 4-pip stop loss, so this 2-hour order block, and then of course price dropped. That was more like an NFP trade, but when you zoom in, you kind of see the idea here where I had the order block, we came up to it, driving pattern, right? So 1, 2, 3 push, then we displace in 1, 2, 3 moves, taking out this swing low and then trading slightly below this one. Then we pull back into this optimal trade entry, which is this order block right here, which is the highest form of area that we can use. And then because there's a fair value gap here, but this one's an optimal trade entry and it's the highest form. There's no other higher imbalance or order block. Then we trade the sell idea towards the low that we took our profits out, which we could have actually held longer for almost double the profit we made, but that was one of our trades that succeeded. Another one is, I think this is the same idea, but just earlier, because you can see that this order block, it came down once, came down twice. So the previous occasion we came out early here, we just didn't feel like price was, I think this is because of time, didn't feel like price was going to continue going all the way down. So essentially you'll notice that this is also one from liquidity sweep. We saw liquidity here, swept the liquidity, displaced downwards, taking out all the swing low, retraced, and we thought that was going to be used. We put so much funds in it. Really cool. We said stop loss hit, this one hurt. I think as well, because I really thought this was a strong area of liquidity. And so this idea of not working hurt in that manner as well. Nevertheless, time to go through the market. So I just went through the markets. I didn't have my microphone, so I wasn't able to explain. I was going through the markets and looking for liquidity potential areas. So on an hourly time frame and above, I was looking for areas of liquidity. Do that real quick. So green line is the target we have from the daily time frame, and you'll notice that there's this low right here, and this will be the eternal liquidity. Now, the only thing I don't like about this time frame is that I like this. This is Asia highs, right? And over here, and then these are the Asia lows. We've taken the Asia lows, and of course we have this low from the Sunday open. So in theory, I believe that'll be the daily low, right? So if we're bearish for the day, which as you can see from price action, we are bearish in this instance, and we have the target down here, which is from this daily low that we're targeting. You could also argue we're just bullish. Let's even make this a black line. All right, that's our target. Probably even save this as black. We have that there permanently. So black is bearish, gray is bullish. So that black line, we didn't actually reach this liquidity. So there's resting liquidity just below here. So I think it wants to finish the job. I do think after we take the liquidity, we could potentially see a retracement. So we have to be careful, but that's why that's our target. So if we're bearish, we should expect to move up. So from the daily open, we did move up, filling up this imbalance. Once we fill that imbalance, we now look like we are heading to the downside. We had a shift here, traded back up into this order block, and we're now disposing downwards. So this was the Asia high, Asia low. London session is taking the Asia low. So we have all this resting buy side liquidity. So until the target, we also have liquidity over here. This is the extreme of the day. And then we also have the target down here, which is the black line. So we're going to wait for that one. Having a look at the XY that will help us give an idea of what's happening. So on the daily time frame, we are bullish. We will consolidate on the weekly for a while. As you can see from this range since April, kind of been moving up and down. This is probably the first time we've kind of broke in the kind of box area here, but there is this body candle over here that we still need to break and close above. So this week, if we are bullish, we will end bullish, right? And that will give us sign for future bullishness. But you'll notice that price used this area here to go up, and it just hasn't come back down since. So I would say that we're still bullish. We have taken liquidity though. For the most recent high we've taken up here, and we are yet to have a displacement downwards. So that gives us a sign that this sell idea is probably quite strong, albeit that, yes, we've taken the Asia low. I just think that price will continue to go down. With the draw, let me see. We didn't have a liquidity sweep per se. Like Asia didn't take out these highs. Yeah. It's decad. So created equal highs over here. Yesterday's low, or the day before yesterday's low. Well, this is the weekly, sorry. So this is the daily. Daily high, yes. And this is for hourly, sorry. Daily, yes. High yesterday is here. And the low. This is the daily range of yesterday. Zoom in a little bit more, we can see the sessions. Yeah, so then so with Asia, we had this imbalance, filled this imbalance up, came back up to this 2 hour fair value gap, price consolidated. London session then took Asia lows, and it looks like it's also distributing towards the downside. And I believe it will take yesterday's lows. It's taking this low from the open. It's kind of like the daily candlestick opens. So it's literally probably a doji candle right now if I was to go to the daily time frame. I realize their midnight open is going to be, that will be the open for maybe London session. Midnight, however, opened here. Rallied up, came back down. So the main thing I'm looking for right now is sweeps. We're not really seeing them. So here we do have something. So for one, we have, there's like a bunch of equal highs over here. So it's resting liquidity over here. We've swept that, displaced. It looks like taking out this swing low. We'll see that on the smaller time frame if that is a proper displacement. In the meantime, though, we need to check the bias of the GBP, JPY. So we were actually bullish after we took out these kind of highs, just for context wise. Obviously, we've been going up ever since. but we were bearish in the sense that we just had the market to shift to the downside, and then we was rallying up, which was potentially part of the retracement to then go down again. We did reach about this order block. You can see this is the body of the candlestick right here, and price from that candlestick dropped down, and we've also now taken out this swing low right here, which means we've had another market shift to the downside. So you can also see that we're potentially moving down now. Be careful. Again, going to be some liquidity here. There's some liquidity here as well. We've taken this strong area of liquidity, so it's plausible that we push up in the short term and then potentially go down. We have taken Asia highs, kind of taken all these yesterday highs. One, two, the main ones actually, the New York session yesterday or last week, Friday. So we also noticed after we've taken out this liquidity up here, we consolidated and boom, see this 5-minute shift, this displacement, taking out this low right here. If we also draw from this displacement range, we'll look for fair value gaps in the optimal trade entry, which is from 7.9 to 6.2. And the highest one would be what we're looking for as our entry, which would be this area right here. This would be a 5-minute fair value gap. Isn't on the text. Being trolled. The 5-minute fair value gap, of which I would expect price to trace to, and then of course you can sell it towards the downside. And within the line of context, you can then determine if it is necessary to have that in the have a short-term target or a longer-term target. Which overall be here. Plausible, possible it goes down there one day based off of this, albeit this might have been news, but it's possible to do 300 pips in a day. And where prices are right now, about 200 pips away, so plausible. Unlikely though. How many pips is that? 800. That's like a 20x. Was this? What's the weather today? I'm already hot. I haven't been. I'm in shorts. Oh, geez. 29. Great. Oh, reference is 84 Fahrenheit. Tuesday is gonna be. Tomorrow's gonna be crazy. What? It gets to 37. GG. Oh, oh, oh my gosh. Oh, I need rain. Sorry, this is important. Oh, GG. 36 dead. Cooked. And it's gonna be hot in the night time as well. The breeze needs to be heavy. I beg. What's the difference between a light breeze and a gentle breeze? Light wind, sorry, and a gentle breeze. Right, these guys are wrong sometimes. So we have a lot of strong liquidity. This is a 5 minute though, but it makes sense, right? What's it called? Retail's gonna see this as like some cold, unbreakable. What do you even call it? Liquidity. Also, we can get rid of this 4 hour fair value gap, which it's time. Get rid of this for now. It's quite far away. Pushing up. There's an imbalance here, to be fair. From the close to the open. Look, you filled in most of it already. We are. Ooh, a bit tough to say, but there is a fair value gap. So we're in. It's just tough to say because it's so large in size that it's. Uh, we want to see that these Asia and London highs get taken out. No, that's that. Taking out Asia highs, the lows are intact. We're having a pullback. This is the space been taking out this structure, but I need to see its valid reason. So we are technically within this 1 hour fair value gap. You can tell it's quite a large zone and it's quite a small signal in that this is a small break. Let's see, 15 minutes, not small, but like technically we did come up to this area before and then downwards. Is there's maybe reasons to enter sells here. Also lines up with the sell ideas that we had on these pairs, which get into this. these equal lows need to get taken out. So we hit the target, we shouldn't take out this structure points. This is Asia high, this is London high. And what's important about this is that these have refilled the balances. For example, the Asia high, to be fair, has come up to this order block, right? Then you had this London high, which has come up to this fair value gap, right? Come in between two fair value gaps right here. We came up to this order block once, twice, took out this liquidity, boom. So it's plausible for this range or this trend to continue, which order block. That's so it would be a push up to the order block and then a sell off. This is that famous 2-hour fair value gap, created this imbalance, closed, open, filled the imbalance and this imbalance up here, intermediate term high created. Price came up to it again. We did not close above it. A market structure, and it will probably be bearish. We wanted that retracement. Why are we bearish? Well, the daily time frame, we have this liquidity right here that we're aiming for. Long-term liquidity is a little bit lower, but for the short term, it will start with this. Then we'll move to these equal lows right here. And of course, the ultimate low down there. So, excuse me, taking out the Asia Kill Zone low, nice buy side is still intact. Then you have probably use this order block here, which is a 15-minute order block as our entry. And then sell to the downside, targeting equal low or previous lows, and then of course old lows and the ultimate target on the daily time frame. Normally I would do a long stream, obviously it'd be in 100 days and all, but I do have to go somewhere. I'm meant to even leave in like 2 minutes. So I'm gonna overgo. If it's like me leaving 2 minutes and me leaving early, I can leave in an hour. I'd just rather leave earlier than later. Let me set a target for when to leave first and I'll determine the stream. 20 minutes. All right, I'm gonna be quick. Okay. What am I looking for here? I think I wrote it down now. No, it's not actually in. Okay, cool. I'm just going to go through the red ones for now. I would have entered Euro JPY, but JPY came up to entry. And of course, we're going to be using this one since it came to our entry point. GU, we expected this move. Equal lows created, go back into the highest fair value gap, which would be on this 5 minutes time from here. It would have been a very valid entry. I'll still mark it. I can watch it. And then this will be the first target. Second target would be down here. Put that up to active, even though I'm not actually in that one. This just took out Asia highs. Taken it out for a while, to be fair. There is some stronger highs up here. For example, we have a scan of these. Some intact liquidity. Order block from like April. Want to watch this? This as well. Okay. Whoa. Yen is a crazy pair. I feel that one goes. The reason why I want to watch this one is because technically with this Asia high, we almost went up above it, also tagged into this order block. So this shift plausible to an extent for sells. And if you go to the hourly, we also swept this. So there's two sweeps that just about went above the old highs. I want to see if this is a valid enough sell. I'm getting ready. So I'm gonna end it there. I mean, I've entered this. Want to watch this? Entered this in theory. I would enter this up here. Same with this. I'm just gonna watch all of these. But these are all my entries. Yeah, I would probably take. And then on my train, I'm gonna be just going over some of the old notes. I like to visualize the strategy, so I'm gonna try to get a transcript and then read it and then visualize it to help me improve. But that's been it for everything now. I'm gonna catch you guys tomorrow. Gotta go. Very busy the whole day. Literally won't be home for the next at least 14 hours. So yeah, peace. Your boy CJ.